Doc Rich back at it again, baby. And we got part number 2 to the Eminem interview that we were checking out. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Y'all know what to do. And thank you once again for all of the continued love and support, man. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's get into it.
Listen to the Marshall Mathers LP, or when you listen to stuff from 10 years ago, do you still relate to that person?
Oh yeah, I definitely relate to that person. I mean, there's a certain tonality of that record, like an overall tone in my voice and an overall tone of the those records that is like, I think back, like, kind of, it seemed like the more vilified I felt like I was becoming, or that I got, the more, I guess, the more of a villain I wanted to become. And I listened to those records, and I listened to how angry I was, and it kind of, it puts me back in a place where it was like, I guess I was, at that particular time, I was kind of the underdog, coming up in the rap game that, was just, I mean, I was the underdog, there's not really a better way to say it. And I don't know, it's just when I listen to those records, I'm like, wow, I was pretty pissed.
Right.
But
can there be an Eminem record when things are going good? Because it seems like things are going really well now. You seem to be in a really great place. You were talking about being sober. Can there be an Eminem record with you being happy? And
Fuck yeah.
There can be an Eminem record with me being happy. There can't really be a happy Eminem record.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that wouldn't really make sense now, would it? No. But yeah, I mean, like, as far as things going okay in my life and good in my life, like, yeah, that's...
Bro, M has showcased his versatility enough to know, for us all to know, that it doesn't matter the situation, the occasion, the subject matter. Bro, we could be talking about algebra. This nigga could write an entire song about algebra or math, and it would sound fire as hell. God damn, how the fuck did he... Bro, this... Did you catch that math problem that he solved in the middle of it? Damn. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would not be surprised at this point. Like, I would be amazed, but it's not like, oh, like... When it comes to rapping, when it comes to that penmanship, this dude can do anything.
That's true, but like when I make music, I mean, my music is my music, it's my art, and it's kind of like, just, I don't know. It is what it is.
It's interesting to me to kind of watch your videos, and even in the latest video, you're hitting on like Kim Kardashian and Jessica Simpson. When you see these people, I mean, what are they excited about the fact that you're kind of talking about them in their records? I mean,
I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure that they're flabbergasted.
Right.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen them, but it is what it is. I think that you'd probably think that people would just be used to me by now.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If not, fuck them.
I was just about to say that shit. I was gonna say fuck them. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about the city of Detroit, because it kind of puts
shout out to the D
for the record, and then obviously for you because you're from the city. Obviously, Detroit has kind of bore the brunt of everything that's kind of going on in the world and in the States right now. You had that kind of open letter to Detroit. What's the mood like in the city? I mean, for somebody who's grown up here, and even 10 years ago when things were going well around the world economically, it was still kind of a gritty city to live in. It seemed like there was a recession in Detroit anyway. So, what's it like living here?
I mean, people are pissed, and I can't say I blame them. People are pissed. People are losing jobs. It's messed up right now, I mean, it's certainly, it's I guess it's exactly what you said. It's kind of like, it does kind of feel like I think Detroit is taking a brunt of like a lot of what's going on, the recession and everything. But I mean, all I know to say is that Obama's giving us hope. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's really all we got right now. You know what I mean? It's hope to be able to get out of this.
But the mood in the city, I mean,
sometimes all you need is a little hope, man. All you need is a little hope. You know what I'm saying? And I've touched on that before in older videos. So we ain't gonna go too deeply into it, but man, if you see somebody need a little bit of hope, man, try to instill a little bit in them. I mean, it could make a world. I mean, it can make a huge difference. Just a little bit of hope, you know. You'd be surprised.
Driving in from Windsor, and I mean, it's when you look at the downtown core of Detroit, I mean, there are skyscrapers that are abandoned. It almost feels like, post-apocalyptic. I mean, living here must be different. I mean, living here, you must feel differently than, just looking from the outside in.
Well, my personal opinion, I mean, I love living here.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived here all my life, and I'm just comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm comfortable with some people may think that it's, it's fucked up when you come here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this city. It's so run down. I mean, but I love my city. This is where I come from. This is what, you know what I mean? I'm used to it,
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't really see, when other people look at the city and they talk about it, maybe I'm just kind of tunnel vision,
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the city, and of course, yes, I want things to get better, you know what I mean? But
I want to talk about the friendship with T.I. at this point. I saw an interview online where he was talking about how you guys call each other and give each other advice. How did that friendship begin?
Well, that friendship actually started like the first studio session we had together. We just, kind of clicked,
Mm-hmm.
and the way he works and the way I work are kind of similar, and also he's just a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just there's no bullshit. There's
Chill.
no, he doesn't like. He's very much like me in the sense of just our personalities are real similar. Just regular people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I seen him as, and we just, started shooting the shit and just...
I could definitely see that. Kind of thinking back on some of the things I've seen from T.I., just seemed like a regular smuggler. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, I'm happy to do, sign your signatures and whatnot, but when I'm ready to chill, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't. I'm close to the edge, so don't push me, motherfucker. I can definitely see that. Him and him kind of having the same kind of personality, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Developed a relationship through that and just exchanged numbers, and, been calling each other ever since to, like, just talk or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's went through a lot, in the past couple of years too, so.
Yeah. Well, when his friend was killed, he's talked a lot about the idea that he went through, he became paranoid all the time, and that's kind of why he ended up getting picked up and is subsequently going to be in jail for a year. Did you go through that as well? Did you go through a similar kind of feeling paranoid, or,
Is he talking about the situation where T.I. got caught with the guns? Let me know. I think that was T.I. a while back, but once again, man, it goes back to that old saying, I'd rather be caught by 12 than buried by 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come from that area and you've seen some of the people die around you due to, gun violence and possibly not having one with them, I'd rather be caught by 12 with this gun, even though I know I'm not supposed to have it. I'd rather go be caught by them niggas than to be buried under 6 feet of dirt because I didn't have it on me when I needed it. And that's just some of the and that's just, kind of the reality that some people kind of wrestle with. You know what I mean? Do I not carry this gun and possibly end up in a situation where I need it and die because I needed it? Or do I take this risk, carry this thing on me, so if there came a situation where I needed it, I can at least fire back and you know what I'm saying, and get back to a safe position. But I also could be pulled over by the police and be put in jail for a year. I don't know about y'all, but shit, if I was in their shoes, shit, I'm choosing T.I. route every time. I'd much rather be alive than dead. That's just me though. Y'all can let me know in the comment section how y'all feel if you were in T.I.'s situation where you're not supposed to have a gun, but you know that some shit could go down. Would you carry one and risk being caught by 12, or would you not carry one and risk losing your life because you didn't have it? Let me know.
Feeling like that?
No, I didn't really go through that same feeling. I went through just experiencing the loss was big enough for me. Me and T.I., like, especially at that time period, we're living two totally different worlds. You know what I mean, when it comes to that, in that sense. But I just felt like sad. I wasn't really paranoid. I was angry too, I guess. I was angry, but I didn't really go through a period where I felt like anybody was out to get me or anything like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have we got about 2 minutes left.
Sure. Fantastic. Just one last question. Obviously, 8 Mile was a huge success. A lot of people have been kind of anticipating maybe more movies from you. Is that something that's going to happen?
Maybe.
Okay.
I certainly still have my hat in the ring, when it comes to movies. I just, I've been doing the thing with the record, with these 2 records, like the past almost year, pretty much. So, but yeah, I definitely would do something, if we found the right script and everything seemed right. I'd definitely do it.
But at this point, music is the priority?
Well, music is the priority right now, yeah, definitely. With these 2 albums and, Dre's album, like, I'm just, like, really focused on, like, trying to work on these things and get these out the way. But, like I said, my hat's still in the ring, so catch.
Keep the main thing, I know it sounds simplistic, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron had said that. It's the person that I heard say it. He might not have come up with it. I don't think he did. I think Spolstra Nostra came up with it. Maybe. But I think that's where LeBron heard it from, and then I heard LeBron say it, and it makes sense. Like, keep the main thing, and everything else will fall in place. M keeps the music the main thing, and everything else, the music opportunities, what the fuck? Well, I guess those will come as well, features and everything else, but the movie opportunities will come, LeBron keeps basketball as the main thing, and the movie opportunities and the sponsorships and the deals and everything else will fall in place. But when you're not keeping the main thing, and you doing this and doing that, and the main thing is being neglected, and you lose the main, and you got all these sides, and none of them add up to what was the main, and now you just fucked. You know what I mean? So.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. Let's do one more question to talk a little bit about the album, to talk about
Sure.
dates, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
One question. I want to know spark. What was the spark that got you and Dre back in the studio, and how the production was a little different? Because what I understand is he took hold a little more of the production on this one, right?
Okay.
So we'll talk about that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Go ahead. Obviously you talked about the idea that you might not ever make a record again. What got you back in the studio?
Well, me and Dre actually, we had a trip planned to Florida, like last year, I think, like
Florida.
June or something like that, June, July.
Shout out to Dre.
And we had planned a trip to get in the studio. I had a pretty bad case of the writer's block, like the past, 3 years before that. And it was, not writer's block in the sense that I couldn't write anything, but writer's block in the sense of everything that I was writing was, for me, I felt like it was just not up to par.
Perfectionist.
So, I was kind of nervous about it because the last, 3-4 trips that me and Dre got together, he'd come to Detroit, I went to LA, and literally nothing came out of any of the sessions. Like, I was pretty stopped up, and I'm sure the pills had a lot to do with it, you know what I mean? So, but we went to Orlando and worked in the studio. It was one of the studios we had went to when recording Encore, when we recorded that record. And just clicked again. Like, every beat that he's, I actually made a call to Dre, 2 weeks before the trip, and I told him, I was like, yo, homie, I think I might be coming out this writer's block, because I started writing songs in my head, and I had no beats to them.
Right.
And he was like, all right, that's what I want to hear. So we went there and just clicked, and then ever since then, that's how the Relapse concept came about. The Relapse record, or all the records started being recorded, was that particular trip. I think we did between 8-10 songs, something like that.
Okay.
And once that happened, it was, the ball was rolling, and then 2 albums came out of it.
Was it Relapse 1 and 2 because it was just too much material to put on one record?
Yeah, well, there was a lot of material there was too much material to put on one record.
Right.
But there was also a lot of material that kind of started sculpting itself into, this is what I want people to hear first, and then when they get part two, I
Right.
want them to hear this. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it kind of just morphed into, it wasn't really planned. It just, just happened.
What is it about Dr. Dre's
Like music to
production
be
that
murdered
just,
by.
that you click with? Because I imagine, obviously, at your level, everybody wants to work with you. What is it about your synergy or the chemistry between the two of you that just works?
Well, I mean, first of all, like sonically, nobody makes tracks like Dre does.
Mhm.
Like, nobody makes beats like Dre. Period. So I kind of get.
Beats by Dre.
I mean, for me, it was great to be able to put the beats aside, stop doing them, and just focus on the rhyme. You know what I mean? And every track that he was making just was like caught my ear in a different way. And I think he was making like 12, 15 beats a day, and at least four or five of them off each CD I was writing songs to and coming back like the next day, next 2 days, and like, I got something to this, I got something to this. But it's kind of like a kid in a candy store. I mean, me, I am, I'm kind of spoiled by Dre beats right now.
It's like Christmas every day.
Yeah, it's Christmas every day.
Cool, man. Thank you very much for your time.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, man. Cool.
Well, that's a wrap.
Keep this on. Oh, I get my sip of Diet Coke now. I've been a good boy.
Hey, man. Sheesh. Another M interview in the books. Y'all let me know if there's any more Eminem interviews that we haven't checked out in the comment section, or DM them to me. I think this was DM to me. Fuck, I don't remember. Anyway, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Y'all know what to do. Doc Rich. I'm out.